Hello, this is Gundam UK and this is the first work in progress for the GNX Master Grade. As you can see, I've laid out all of the paints that I'm going to be using and have used so far. For priming, I'm using this grey primer microfiller from Elclad 2. That's for the dark parts, especially for the inner frame and the darker grey bits. And for the rest, I'm using this white primer and microfiller from Elclad as a primer. The inner frame is painted using a base coat of black, and I've gone over that using the highlighting method with neutral grey, and this is how it's looking so far. It's kind of a traditional shading technique where you just kind of go over it with the base coat, then paint in highlights in the areas where there's more exposure to light, and then just blend it all together with a kind of light misting of grey. I did the same thing for the weapon here, but I masked off these areas here just to provide a little bit of contrast. Painted this bit a little bit differently with a sort of yellow stripe at the end. There is actually a cover that goes on top of this that I painted in this green, and it turned out really well, only I tried to do a masking job on it, tried to put a nice pattern on it, but it unfortunately failed, so I had to strip it and start it again. So all that remains is for that part to be done, then some panel lining, and then some decaling, and this gun is completed. As for the paint job on the main suit, all of these white areas are likely to be this green. Yes, it's going to be very green. And all of the dark areas here are going to be this kind of off grey green. Possibly with some of this brighter green as some highlights here and there. The inner frame is of course going to be this base coated in black, and use this neutral grey. And this orange yellow is going to be used for some very sparse highlights, like say for instance on this tiny panel here, perhaps maybe a stripe or two here or there, maybe a bit of masking detail, not sure yet, we'll see how that goes. And the white parts are going to be pre-shaded with some very thinned black with a bit of green mixed in. I do have an official set of Bandai decals here for the GNX, although it's likely I'm just going to be using the white parts, all the white decals even, and not use the dark ones, because I'm not sure how well they're going to show up against green. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Maybe some of these kind of, what do you call it, emblems, maybe I'll use those, we'll see. Managed to get a hold of some of this Mr. Colour levelling thinner, and it works absolutely fantastically with these paints. I thought I was going to be doomed to using Tamiya for the rest of my life, but thankfully I was able to get hold of, or find a supplier of Mr. Colour. So I think going forward this is likely what I'm going to be using. I do have some Aqueous Mr. Hobby left over, and I'm still pretty pleased with this too, so I'll probably be using a mixture of the two. That's it for me for now. I mean, so far all I've got done is the gun and some of the inner frame for the arms and the upper body, so there's not really much to show, but next time I should hopefully have more done, and I'll show you how far I've got. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye.